you're at with where Cole's trying to get to in year two, adding Jesse James. I mean, how are you feeling about the tight end room right now?
Yeah, I mean, we have a solid group, you know. A great mix of veterans and young guys, and you know, and we all get along, man. It's you know, we're all pulling for each other. I think we all complement each other very well, and you know, we're excited about the possibilities of the season and you know, what we can do collectively as a group. You know, not only in the run game but the pass game, and you know, it's a fun group to be a part of, a fun room, and you know, it's gonna be exciting.
Jimmy, do you enjoy proving to yourself year after year that you can still do this, that you can still compete?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I've been competing since I was 14 years old, and you know, that's something that's hard to let go of. You know, I mean, I enjoy being here. I love this game, and you know, I mean, I love scoring touchdowns, and you know, to be the oldest guy on the team, and you know, to be out here grinding every day with these guys. You know, you got to have a little bit of that in you. You know, I mean, I definitely have a chip on my shoulder. You know, I always want more, and you know, I always demand more for myself, and you know, obviously blessed to be here. You know, in this position, playing in my 12th year at the age of 34.
The way that you angle for space in the red zone or third downs, tight spaces like that, when did you start to develop that? And if it was later on, was it out of necessity, as you saw, I'm going to need a little bit more than just my athleticism?
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching. I remember, you know, talking to Tony Gonzalez, you know, when he was retiring, and you know, talking to him about, you know, playing into your mid-30s, and you know, it definitely was some of the advice that I was given by him, but more or less, you know, all the film that I've been able to watch on Gates and Gonzalez. You know, I mean, they did it for a long time, and what really kind of, you know, allowed them to continue to play was that ability to make those kind of tight quarter catches by positioning their body the right way, and you know, so I'm gonna continue to do that and continue to watch that film. You know, those are, you know, the two greatest to ever play the game, and they played it forever. You know, so if I can mimic anything that they're doing, you know, I think I'm doing pretty good.
Those guys were basketball guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is that not coincidental that they know how to box out a little?
Yeah. No. I mean, it's definitely a big deal. You know, I think every team in the league has tried to bring in a basketball player at some point now, and you know, I mean, it definitely translates. It really does, and so, you know, those have always been the guys that I've looked up to, and I mean, I think I've watched almost every snap they've done, probably 10 times. So.
Have you found that young tight ends over your career have wanted to learn that from you, or do they just think, I can run, I can jump, I'll do it that way?
No, you know, it's I think more or less most of the young guys, some of the questions that I get are about defenses. You know, they necessarily haven't, you know, worked on body positioning. You know, they're worried about, you know, understanding coverages and, you know, understand when they're getting the ball and when they need to run off the right guy. So that's more the teaching that I do to a lot of young guys is you know, kind of the mental of the game and less about those little nuances.
How much do you enjoy the back and forth talking with your teammates, like when somebody makes a play? I can't remember what practice it was, but one day last week I think you went out of bounds on the sideline where the defense was. You were literally surrounded by like 8 guys. They're all in your ear.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. It's one of the great things it's one thing that's so awesome about this team is you know, I mean, our defense is good. You know, I mean, I played on a lot of teams that have some really good defenses, and you know, that's what makes them is you know, their competitiveness. You know, and you know, that ability to, you know, bring the juice and to bring that energy. So you know, I mean, that's why I play this game, is to compete and you know, to go out there and talk a little noise.
Anybody have anything to say about your spike and then kick right after?
No. Well, I mean, I got a couple words, but you know, I mean, I always tell them, you know, all you gotta do is stop me, and I won't do it.
The guy who threw the ball back at you.
Yeah, I got a ball chucked at me. That's why I kicked it. So.
The Bears are looking to make a big boost, improvement offensively this year. I know it's early, but any indications, whether it's the quarterback, the design, or personnel, that will come to fruition? Have you seen anything that really kind of gives you hope?
Yeah, you know, it's you know, obviously we've had some tremendous pickups this offseason that are, you know, extremely dynamic, and you know, excited to see, you know, where that's going to take place, and and how that's going to fold into the mix. But I mean, the biggest thing is I think early, we're also going to be committed to run the ball. That's a big thing. I mean, I think we have a special running back, and getting him the ball and allowing him to do what he's good at and to soften up that defense is going to be a big part of what we do, I think.
Has Andy Dalton helped the offense just run more smoothly since he's gotten here?
Andy, man, he's he's an absolute pro. He's a guy he has all the tools, man, and really just how he commands the offense, and how he helps everybody to understand what he wants, how he wants it, and all the teaching that he's doing with one as well is I mean, it's incredible. Honestly, it's been extremely impressive to see his ability to communicate like that, and he really understands the offense in and out, and where guys should be, what should happen, and he's been extremely impressive. Really has.
You seen the effect of that materialize, where just things are sharper, things are more precise?
Yeah, I mean, he's been running this offense for a while too. I mean, he really understands what needs to take place there. So early here, we're able to, put in wrinkles and to work on other things as well, because he's got guys. I mean, he understands when guys are supposed to be off and on the ball. He understands immediately all these things, and pre-snap, post-snap. He's been sharp since day one about basically everything within this offense. So it's really helped us out a lot. Because this is a very diverse offense. You can play multiple positions, and I mean, a lot is demanded from you. So it's been pretty cool.
Justin Fields, first impressions of him, does he remind you of anyone you've played with?
Man, I love the kid. He sits beside me in the locker room, and man, he wants to be good. And he wants to be great. Man, he puts in the work. The guy really can throw the ball. That's been impressive to see his arm strength. At some point I got to get him. I got to get him matched up. At some point, the guy out there in Seattle, especially the ability to make plays while you're running. I think he's going to have. It's been impressive to see him so young, so focused. And I can tell, it definitely reminds me a lot of Russell Wilson.
Thanks, everybody.